live. I'm live on YouTube. Wow. Good afternoon, everybody. This is a trial. I say it's a trial. This is about the fourth attempt I've made. In all honesty, this studio needs a producer. It needs, if you look behind me, it needs that way. Sorry, it needs more than a producer. It needs a whole facilities management. But anyway, Kim is talking to her mom, so she is blissfully unaware of my nonsense. Anyway, I've got a setup here. I'm streaming through some software called OBS. It is Open Broadcasting software, free, and then because I'm on Mac, I've then had to create what they call an aggregate audio device using another little piece of software, and I'm using a condenser microphone into a Tascam USB audio interface. I've got three cameras on here. I've got the FaceTime camera, which you're very pleased to be looking at, which is on the MacBook Pro, which is my face-to-face one, and I then have a USB, a low-G, I think it's a cheap copy of I can't think of the name of any, it doesn't matter. That cost me about, I don't know, £15 or something. That one I've got up on a shelf. It doesn't look so untidy here, and you can see the bass guitar and the mandolin. I then have my iPhone camera, which I'm looking at, scaring you probably, because that's good for doing some close-ups of the guitar fretboard. Anyway, we'll go back to me on FaceTime. So it's a bit complicated. As I say, I've done two trial runs. The first one recorded okay, except the sound from the microphone was out of one speaker only. Now that may be poor positioning on my part, because I wasn't really thinking it through. I've also got a video clip that I'm going to fade in now. It's a video of a song that I composed a short while ago, and made a video, which some people will have seen in the church service. I'm not sure whether I put it on Facebook or whatever. It's an inspirational song. Anyway, I'm going to fade that in now. So I'm going to go quiet and the screen will go loud, hopefully. Just by the way, I can't actually hear. Though all the earth give way and mountains fall into the sea, I'll fall into your heart, I'll fall into your prayer. Okay, we're back to me. And the reason I've got the iPhone camera is I'm just going to do a little demonstration. So I'm going to fade onto that camera because I can get closer with the fretboard of the guitar. So here we go onto that camera. That song starts with a modulation between D suspended 2, D sus 2 or D2 and D major. Quite simple chords really. I'm only using strings 4, 3, 2 and 1. Basically my first finger goes on the third string at the second fret, my ring finger goes on the second string at the 3rd fret, and for the D2 we leave the first string open because that's an E note, which is the second of the in the D scale, D major scale. So that's how it sounds. Nice sounding chord. And then with my second finger, I then plonk that down on the 2nd fret 1st string, so that's, which is a D major. So we have you might recognise that as the opening chords, strummed chords of that song. I'm going to cut back now to me face to face, and just pass on some of the things I've learned. I have learned that a cheap what do you call it, tripod or a frame to hold the camera is far more worthwhile than an expensive camera. These USB cameras, iPhone, or even whatchamacallit phones, Android phones, they are perfect. They are perfect. But one of the things I find is that if people are hand holding them, you get the jitters. And if the subject, like me, moves their head about or whatever, it can induce a bit of nausea. I among my cornucopia of health concerns, I experience vertigo, and I find that sort of thing gives me nausea. Not the content. The content is fabulous that people produce, but it's better to have a steady camera and frame the shot. I'm showing you how it shouldn't be done apart from steady camera, and that's a lesson that I've learned. I'm lucky because I've got this little studio. Well, it's the second bedroom really, which, as there's only 2 of us, we don't use, and if I'm in disgrace I get told to sleep down the bottom of the garden or in the shed. But that is one of the things I've come across, and also sound quality. I'm lucky because I've got the gear, but it's quite possible to make good sound. Rehearsal is a key. Is to play, do your bit, play it back, be critical, not condemning critical, but you'll find that reaps dividends. And sometimes the first take is the best. You know, I do songs and recording and things, but generally speaking, a little bit of work produces a good result. Now it's 12:16 now. I've been on here, I don't know, 5 minutes or something, and so I'm going to sign out now from my first live broadcast from the swamp. Anyway, lovely to see you. I don't know whether you can do comments. I don't think anybody's going to see this. Nobody will know, but I'm going to link it. I'm going to link it to people, just to show what can be done simply by a simple man who's slowly losing his cognitive functions. But you got to laugh, haven't you? Anyway, bless you all.